2 losses, so you know they're chomping at the bit to come out here and compete hard.
No doubt about it. Look at the starting lineups for Howard. Looks the same as the other day. Shia Heslop in the backcourt along with Jasmine Hill and Imani Bailey. Victoria Gonzalez in the middle. Sydney Johnson at the forward position, the 6-foot junior forward. And for Hampton University, led by Malia Tate DeFreitas, as we talked about in the backcourt, Juliana Gilboa, as well as Kaylin Willis, Areana Davis, and Kayla Lupo as well. Should be a good one here. Howard Hampton never disappoints. An overtime loss, or an overtime Howard win, first matchup, and then a blowout Hampton win this year as well.
Right, and Tashia Hislop had a triple-double for Howard in that overtime win for them.
We are underway from Norfolk.
Like Howard starting out in the 2-3 zone. Let's see what Hampton can do against it, looking to set a screen on that high post to get some penetration to the elbow areas. Hampton
in the home whites. 3 from the top of the key to start things off. That's not a bad way to start. Willis for the 3.
She has been terrific in terms of shooting the basketball as of late. She had 14 first half points in their last matchup. She had a career high 31 as a charge was called.
Gonzalez trying to attack the basket and gets whistled for the charge.
And that can't happen anymore because she provides so much of an offensive punch for their team. And to have her in foul trouble would be a huge issue for the Bison. Little soft pressure, man-to-man, full court look by Howard.
Gonzalez with 17 points in Monday's win. Here's a long 3. Back iron no good by Malia Tate DeFreitas. Howard controls, pushing the tempo. Heslop on the far side. Johnson at the top. Now a 3 on this side. No good by Bailey.
This is what Hampton wants to do. They want to push the tempo. They didn't have a presence on the ball side blocking their secondary, so they decided to pull it out.
Gilboa pulls it out. 15 to shoot. Catching it and momentum towards the basket is Malia Tate DeFreitas, but couldn't get it to go. Nice movement without the basketball.
Yeah, you won't see her miss.
Goes behind the back and draws a foul.
You won't see Malia Tate DeFreitas miss too many shots. She's shooting close to 40% on the season. A foul right there on Hampton. Kaylin Willis right there
behind the back, though,
reaching in. Behind the back. A little fancy to start the game. She was just trying to free some space. A suffocating defense by Hampton. You know, they've always been one of the top defensive teams in the country. The last 6 seasons, they've been in the top 50 in terms of their defensive effort. This year, they're only in the top 100, but I think a lot of that has to do with several injuries that they've had.
Nice baseline jumper from Sydney Johnson to get Howard on the board.
Sydney Johnson.
We'll talk about the injuries. Go ahead as well, yeah.
Yeah, she brings 11 points, 6 boards to the table, so she's a great complement to Victoria Gonzalez inside.
Davis in the paint can't get it to go. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Howard basketball. You mentioned the injury. Ryan Jordan tore her ACL against Bethune-Cookman. Not been available.
Yeah, that was back in January, and so, you know, when you have players go out, especially a player like Ryan Jordan, she was one of their better rebounders. And Malia Tate DeFreitas has picked up the slack there. We were talking to David Six prior to the game about that.
Heslop, nice give and go straight down the lane for the layup. 4-3 Howard.
And Heslop, she needs to stay aggressive like that. For Howard to win this game, they need at least 3 players in double figures. They had 3 players in double figures on Monday when they beat Maryland Eastern Shore.
Heslop at 22 the other day in the win. Ball movement, DeFreitas to Davis in the paint. Loses it. Able to pick it back up and kick it back out for a 3. That's front rim no good. Nice rebound underneath and put back for Lupo. Kayla Lupo on the board.
Kayla Lupo leads the team in boards to 7 a game. There's a steal right here by Hampton, a stop and pop. Option and fast break.
Short, yeah.
It's probably a good idea because she's not the tallest. Kaylin Willis is probably.
I think she thought, you know, I'm not going to take that in the paint. I don't know.
Well, she's 5'2" on a good day.
And another turnover. Here comes Lupo down the lane for the layup. Howard getting careless with the basketball as they have now turned it over 3 times.
Great anticipation there. And we were talking about how Hampton forces 21 turnovers per contest. And you see why. Another one.
There's another one. Let's see what she does with it this time. Ball knocked away. Willis, she took it in that time.
Yeah, 4 turnovers early by Howard. They just have to make sure that they're timing their passes a little bit better and passing away from the defense. And Hampton, you have to give them credit for their defensive energy and getting a high hand to deflect the passes.
Chanel Green is checked in. Now a 3 from this corner. Doesn't go as Gilbo takes a seat, and a foul on the rebound, weak side.
Yeah, Areana Davis poked her hand in there, got whistled for the foul. And Hampton doing a terrific job early, which is why they have the lead. They've got some run outs, some easy offense in the fast break.
Howard basketball trailing by 3. Hampton very aggressive on the defensive end right now.
Yeah, man-to-man, straight up man-to-man. They're not switching on screens. They're fighting over top, hedging hard.
Morrison now for a 3 on the near side by Sydney Johnson, who connects. Sydney Johnson.
Yeah, 29% three-point shooter. Sydney Johnson got that one to go, and she was well beyond the three-point arc on that lift.
Davis turnaround in the paint, doesn't go. Morrison pushing for Howard. Nice ball movement. Corner 3, no good. Malia Tate Lafritas out of the pack with it. Crossover, left hand goes up with the right. Out of control, rebound underneath by Howard. Bailey coming out of the pack, harassed, but able to out of the pack with it. She has ideas, go coast to coast, but a bounce pass in the paint, turns it over. Loose ball on the floor, jump ball, it'll stay Howard ball.
Malia Tate DeFreitas has not scored yet. She's 0 for 3 from the floor, but she's taken some pretty good shots, going right to the basket on a couple of them, missed on a jumper.
Lupo's going to take a seat. Michaela Sale is checked in, the 6'1" sophomore from Hampton, Virginia. Howard basketball, we're tied at 7. Approaching midway mark here in this first quarter.
Look how hard they fight over top of the screens. That's textbook defense. Chanel Green with some quick feet up top.
Blaine up and under off the glass. No rebound and a putback go. No, a trap.
It is 80 degrees here today.
It is warm out here. We'll see that some more today. We'll see. Against the zone, in the paint, turnaround jumper, in and out.
That's where you want to get your shots, right in the soft spot of that zone, that high post area. Just have to turn, lock into your shot, get in your shooting pocket, and let it go with a little bit more lift in the legs.
Morrison's going to back it out, run the offense, 15 to shoot. Jasmine Hill now in the corner, 3 short by Bailey. Rebound to Sale. Hampton again looking to push that tempo a little bit. Gilbo back it out against the zone. 20 to shoot. Howard very aggressive as well. There's Davis at the high post. Put it on the floor with the left hand. No. Rebound underneath Sale. Up and in.
And Michaela Sale getting in great position on the offensive glass and powered that up without a dribble. Kept the ball nice and high. Catch it high, keep it high, score it high. Those are the 3 keys for post players on offensive putbacks.
Johnson now at the high post to Erin Blaine. Her jumper is good.
A nice poise and composure on that shot. The defense was coming after her.
Ball knocked away. You talk about that soft spot in the zone at the high post. That's what they're doing, trying to get Davis going. That's the second time it's knocked away now. And a turnover, the first of the game for Hampton, as Morrison will look to her coach for instructions. 3:22 to go here, first quarter. There's Blaine. She's sent to the ground, no call, bodies everywhere. And who comes out of it? Hampton. Malia Tate DeFreitas in the lane. Leaner, no. Own rebound off the glass. That doesn't go. Her second chance rebound again doesn't go.
Yeah, she struggled. Missed 2 point-blank layups right there. See if she can get the touch from the free throw line. She shoots 75% from the line. David Six calls her the silent assassin because you look up and she's scored 35 points or something like that. Just quiet as kept.
I love how he said you kind of It's a quiet 35.
Right.
You
How
look
do you
up
do it?
and then, whoa, what had that happen?
Right.
Her 2 free throws give Hampton the lead.
It's like a zone look here. A 3-2 zone by Hampton. Then switched it up on the defensive end. Came out of their man-to-man.
Very active in forcing a travel. Shia Heslip with the turnover. That's number 7 for Howard. We talked about Hampton forcing 20 turnovers a game. Already have forced 7 in the first 7 and change.
And you can see why. It doesn't matter what kind of defense they're in, whether it's man-to-man or zone. They're moving on each pass. They have good communication, moving well off the ball, packing the paint.
Howard still in the zone as well. Chanel Green, left-handed dribble out high. Now she'll attack. Jump pass to the far side. Freitas will try a long 3. No, battle for the loose ball underneath. Sail up and under. Nice move. That's a pro move right there, folks.
That's
13-9.
That's the crab
What do you want to call
dribble.
that? The crab dribble?
The crab dribble combined with the Euro.
Euro step?
Yeah. That was the combo Euro.
Heslip has to be careful. She looks back at the coach for instructions.
Just look at how
And Willis all over.
Yeah, look how ravenous the defense is. Well, it's tough to get a pass off.
Into the passing lane. She picks it up, goes coast to coast for the layup for her first bucket. That may get her going 15-9. A quick 6-0 run here for Hampton.
Yeah, she's 14th in the country in scoring with 22 points a game. She is definitely the firecracker on the offensive end for Hampton.
Heslip long 3 nails it.
And speaking of firecrackers,
Yeah. Had 22
Heslip,
the other night.
she did. She had a triple-double against Hampton when they won in that overtime contest.
David Six not happy with that, allowing her to shoot that. Freitas head fake, put a ball on the floor. Leaner is good. There she goes.
Yep, she just needed those free throws to go in, get that touch going, and now the floodgates are going to open up for her offensively, it looks like.
Up tempo, here we go. Johnson tries to get it back out to Heslip, ends up turning it over. Down the lane, no, but the putback, yes. For Michaela Sale, and it's a 19-12 Hampton lead.
Michaela Sales, she has just been so terrific on the offensive glass.
Boy, nice spin move, but can't get the left to go. Sale comes up with the rebound. That's a nice little spin move there to go to the basket.
Erin Blaine had something in her pocket nobody knew about on that play. That was a quick snap. Just couldn't get the finish, couldn't pay it off.
To Freitas. No from 3. Heslip now with the shot clock off. Time running out in the quarter. She just runs over Green. But Chanel Green not in position. She'll get whistled for the foul. But maybe Howard will pull it out there, Christy, with 18 to go, maybe hold for 1.
Yeah, she forced the action there.
They try to go left.
Yeah, it looked like Chanel Green was still in backpedal mode, still trying to recover defensively, but was not set.
Howard ball, 18.4 to go. You see him wiping up the floor again. This could be something to talk about all day. Could be an issue all day. Shia Heslip will inbound. David Six going to go to his bench. Natalie Williams is going to come in his last 18 seconds for Kaylin Willis.
That's a smart move.
Freshman for freshman.
Don't want to get a cheap foul.
There's a 3 off the inbound. Doesn't go, but able to chase down her own rebound. Pull up good for Imani Bailey.
Way to stay with the play. That's why you don't stop playing on the initial mishandle of the basketball.
Let's see if Hampton get a shot here. 2 seconds. 1 in the corner. Have to throw it up. And unable to get a shot off. Grace find themselves down 5 here at the end of the first quarter. Howard, though, not a bad shooting quarter, 54% in that first half. First quarter, I should say. As Gilbo tries to attack and will shoot 2.
Yeah, and that's what Hampton has been able to do well early. They've been able to get the ball inside the paint against the zone. They just haven't been that efficient putting it in the basket, only shooting 35% to start the game.
Gilbo's first free throw doesn't go.
Let me just take a look at it right here. There's the contact with the body and then the swipe down. They could have gotten both of them with a legitimate foul.
56% free throw shooter on the year. As she hits the second, the lead is 6.
You just watch the feet off the ball defensively for Hampton. They're in a zone. Just look, their feet are moving on the flight of the pass.
3 from the corner by Johnson. Sydney Johnson, no good. Hampton, weak side rebound. Gilbo looking to push. Quick ball movement by Hampton. One step, one dribble. Now a long 3, no. Nice rebound, Victoria Gonzalez. Haven't mentioned her name in a while since she picked up that first foul. She gives Howard an offensive opportunity. Down by 6. Nice pass underneath. Layup good for Aaron Blaine. Heslip. Eyes and able to find her forward for the 2.
Yeah, great recognition behind the back line of the zone there. You always have to be aware of who's in your area. You're a zone defender.
Inside out. Freitas now dumps it down low and cannot convert on the layup. Is Sale. Second one doesn't go as well.
Yeah, Sale was off balance on that putback shot. They've missed a ton of layups in there, but they've had their opportunities.
You say they have. Great finding the holes in the zone. Now Howard does the same thing. High-low to Sydney Johnson, and she puts it in. And it's 20-18. They're converting, and Hampton's not.
Yeah. Nice execution against the zone the last 2 possessions for Howard.
Attack, left-handed leaner, no good. Green gets her own rebound, puts it up, swatted from behind, no good. Gonzalez with the rebound. Another layup missed by Hampton.
And Victoria Gonzalez, so active, so long inside. You've got to give her a ball fake if she's in your area.
There's Gonzalez from the elbow. No, Howard playing with a lot of confidence right now.
And that was a good shot for her to take. She's got to get her legs under it. That was all arm, you could tell.
Your Chanel Green from the jumper is no. No. Hampton starting at 8 of 29 from the floor right now. Still have a 2-point lead. Hampton in that zone. Gonzalez spin move up and under, no, but she'll go to the line for 2.
Well, I love that move there by Victoria Gonzalez, and it was made possible by her off-ball movement. She didn't stay at that high post, but this was earlier on that back line, the defense. They can creep underneath, and then the high-low look. You get the ball at the high post, your first job is to pivot and look underneath for your partner. Your post partner should be shaping up or making themselves available to the basket.
You saw Chanel Green commit to the high post, leaving Blaine open underneath. Second one, no. 2019 1-point game, 7.5 to go here in the half. Hampton and Howard, the 3-11 matchup. Howard with the upset the other day. There's Davis underneath, forcing her way in, no. Sale rebound, yes.
Sale has been right on time inside for Hampton.
Owning the paint right now.
She is. She's having a great start to this contest, and a reason why they have a 3-point lead right now.
Heslip, that's going to be a charge. Yes, it is. Great defensive position by Malia Tate DeFreitas.
Super commitment to the basketball on that by Malia Tate DeFreitas. Right here, waiting on it outside of the restricted area.
You can see that one coming.
Yeah, she's set up before the offensive player had collected for the shot. Nicely executed on defense, and that's what we've been saying all afternoon about Hampton. They've picked up their defensive energy.
Malia Tate DeFreitas, nice find underneath to Lupo, but she's unable to convert.
Well, David Six was rubbing his forehead on that one. They've missed at least 6 or 7 layups, point blank in there.
Now an offensive rebound and a putback from Sydney Johnson.
Sydney Johnson staying steady inside.
Hampton falling asleep on the glass there. There's the turnaround from Davis in position. No, but Lupo, nice position underneath for the offensive rebound and the putback. And she'll go to the line for 2. David Six still hanging his head. They're missing a lot of point-blank shots.
Yeah, I mean, even though she was fouled there, Kayla Lupo was really too far underneath the rim to make a good play on that shot, but was bailed out with the foul.
Lupo's first free throw is good. At the line this year, 58%. from the line for Lupo, averaging just over 10 points a game.
And she didn't play in that overtime loss to Howard. She was out sick in that game. And then for game 2, that Hampton dominated in by almost 30 points. She was a big factor in that victory. So they have her services today. See if she can make an impact.
A lot of movement by Howard. And now a 3 from the corner from Hill is good. Jasmine Hill connects to tie this to 24.
And Jasmine Hill knocks down only 23% of her threes. But sometimes that adrenaline in postseason, that shot just feels really good when you release it. She got that one to go.
Now a 3 from in front of the bench is good for Kaylin Willis. She answers to put Hampton back up by 3.
Yeah, Kaylin Willis, she was a big reason why Hampton had that big win. She had a season-high 31 points in game 2. She had 14 of those points in the first quarter alone, so she can get going.
Who are they going to get for the foul?
Like DeFreitas.
Leah Tate DeFreitas is going to get whistled for the foul. That's her first. She has 6 points already. As Sydney Johnson will go to the bench. Off the inbound, Victoria Gonzalez unable to get it to go. Hampton back the other way.
And Victoria Gonzalez, a first-team All-MEAC player this year.
Gilbo pinches that zone, now kicks it back out to Willis. No. Rebound far side by Heslip. She's looking to push, and she draws contact out high by Gilbo. Georgiana Gilbo will commit the foul.
It just looked like Gilbo she started moving and then she stopped. You've got to continue to move and contain the paint. Make that offensive player go to the sideline. You can't railroad right there. It's just that shoulder contact defensively that got her that one.
Inside look from Morrison, and a left-handed shot by Bailey, and Howard down by 1.
Yeah, Imani Bailey took that face cut. Nobody was there to help defensively.
Now Gilbo for 3 rattles in and out. Ball knocked out of bounds. Should be Howard ball, and it is. Here in Norfolk, Hampton leads by 1. And you talk about the ball movement and movement out the basketball by Howard.
Yeah, the weak side screen there really opened up the lane for Imani to screen. Needs to be in place at the basket level to help out.
Jasmine Hill, you could tell, looked like she was walking off kind of gingerly as she walked off the floor. And she's being worked on. Could be a cramp on the far side over there as Howard turns it over. Hampton basketball. Against the zone, 13 to shoot. Willis, bounce pass on top. Now over here on the near side, Davis will try a 3. No, weak side rebound by Gonzalez. And Howard quickly ahead to Bailey. Stop to a cutting Gonzalez. Spin move in the lane. Up and no, but she'll shoot 2.
Well, she is just so quick inside. She's 6'2", 6'3", but has quick feet and can get her body squared quickly on post moves like that. I'm so impressed by her play.
Victoria Gonzalez had 17 the other day in the win. She was almost perfect from the line. Jasmine Hill looks to be okay, maybe a cramp. The leg worked on a little bit.
Well, they haven't played in a couple of days, but you know, when you're playing back-to-back-to-back games now for the duration, you've got to take care of your body and get good recovery. Ice baths and massage, all of that help your body recover.
Second free throw good, and we're tied at 27, just under 4 to go here first half. Very well played half so far. Gilbo, nice pass to DeFreitas inside. Now try to go backdoor to Davis. Not there. And Howard comes up with it. Just the first turnover for Hampton.
A great hassling defense that time by Howard, and they get it paid off on the other side in the paint with Aaron Blaine getting that one to go. Nice strong move. We saw her have that kind of move early on, but she didn't get the bucket to go. She readjusted and got that one to fall.
Very impressed with the post moves from Howard early on here.
Yeah, low, wide, and strong with their position.
DeFreitas forced the action and is fouled. She'll go to the line. But the big number in this game, why Hampton is where it is, forced 11 turnovers already and 10 points off those turnovers.
Yeah, right here, there's the contact that's made. And just a great decision offensively by Malia Tate DeFreitas. As you can see, Ty Grace not pleased with the defensive decisions. But we've seen Malia Tate DeFreitas have some fantastic games. She had 39 points against Howard early on this season, and just a tremendous offensive player.
Second one is good. She now has 8, 4, 4 from the line. Yeah, Hampton shooting just 27% with the 10 points off the turnovers. Now a jumper from the far side and a foul underneath as Gonzalez goes flying.
And Gonzalez goes to the line because she stays active off the ball, and she makes herself available to the basketball. And watch her right here. The shot goes up. She's in pursuit when that ball is in the air. Yeah. And then the contact was made going over her back, displacing her.
Get Lupo with the foul. Let's see. Yep, that's her second. Gonzalez nails the first. One more coming, and that is no good.
It looked like Victoria Gonzalez could have been over the back there, but they let that one go. I guess they figured no one gained an advantage.
No one saw it. Fans wanted it.
Fans saw it.
A two-point attempt from Malia, no good. Rebound underneath and a putback nicely from Lupo. Owning the boards underneath.
Hampton has done a terrific job on second chance points. They have 12 of their 31 points on putbacks.
Victoria Gonzalez again.
Showing some passion after getting that one to go, but that strong drive is what they need from her right now. They need to attack the paint.
Howard playing with a lot of confidence. Hampton. Now DeFreitas in and out three, no good. Rebound again on the sail with the putback and good.
I mean, you've got
Hampton
to box
very
out.
Impressive underneath right now.
Well, that's going to be the first thing that Ty Grace, the head coach of Howard, makes a comment on in the locker room. Hampton has had several opportunities at second and third chance scoring.
Green out of the high post, sail, turn around, good. Fine in the middle of that zone. They're doing a great job of that. And now it's a three-point Hampton lead.
Well, that shot was flat. It laid on the back of the rim and just fell through the net. I mean, when it's going for you, got to let it fly. Just catch it and shoot it.
That slip travel, turnover, number 12. When just 6 fouls on Howard, 8 on Hampton. Very well played first half, I think.
Yeah, this has been a terrific game for both teams. David Six doesn't agree.
Yeah,
he's having an issue. But,
sorry, Coach, I know. You're only up 3.
But I think both teams are doing what they came here to do in terms of their game plan. And we'll see what kind of adjustments are made after the half.
Now in the low post. Tell trying to get it to the high post. Now Green will split the defenders and miss. Gonzalez with the rebound. Howard down 3, not wasting any time. Quickly up the other way, and an offensive foul committed. And Imani Bailey, you want to see that one again?
I would like to see that one again, yes. Here we go. Let's take a peek. Position-wise, is the defense set?
Oh, that's a tough call.
Now, she was going side to side on that one. And they say if the momentum of the defender is going backwards, then that's a charge. But it looked like she was still going sideways a bit, in my opinion. But I'm not a referee, so there's that.
But you play one on TV.
Looks like, there you go.
Lupo's shot doesn't go, and Howard will have 30 seconds in the game clock, 17 to shoot.
Now 1-4 flat look offensively.
Look at Heslip right to the lane. Scoop shot, good. For Tashia Heslip. And it's 1-point game.
Beautiful.
Shot clock off. Here comes Hampton. Leah Tate DeFreitas. See if she's going to take the last shot. Bow, now to DeFreitas. She'll take a step inside the three-point line. And can't get it to go. She's now just 2 of 10 from the floor to start this game with 8 points. 0 of 6 now from, or 0 of 5 from 3, I should say. 5 seconds to go in the quarter and a half.
There's that floater. Last possession, really pretty shot.
2 seconds. 1. She tried to do it again. Little switch ends. Second half underway here from Norfolk. Howard going to go right to left. Howard trailing by 1 as Hampton comes out in man-to-man.
Just
aggressive.
Swarming defense. Still intact, but a 3-ball goes down to start the second half for Howard as they take the lead on that one.
Hampton, very aggressive defense. Howard able to get it done. Now Davis back the other way. Gets it to go. Again, making an emphasis to go inside. We saw that in the first half.
Right, but the man-to-man pressure by Hampton has just been so fierce. That was a tough shot there, trying to go glass from the top. I'm not sure if that was the intent on the release of that shot, however.
Leah Tate Freitas, front rim, no good. Putback is good by Davis.
And that has where they have buttered their bread this afternoon. Second chance opportunities inside. 16 points now off of the offensive boards. Actually 18 points off of the offensive boards for Hampton.
Heslip travel and turn it over. That's 14th turnover for Howard. We'll talk about Malia Tate DeFreitas. Just 2 of 11, Krista, to start this. 0 of 5 from 3.
And that's just tough for her because she is one of the key cogs offensively for Hampton, coming in as the player of the year, 2-time player of the year in the MEAC. And just not really in rhythm, and that pass was not a good decision either. So it's not just her shot that's a bit off right now.
You want to see a bounce pass in that position, right?
Or a ball fake and take it to the rim.
Glass, right.
Yeah, take it to the basket on that. Ball fake it, get them to go away, and then take it up strong with your left hand. But she's a little passive right now because the shot's not falling. She's got to stay aggressive.
Howard still in the zone. Freitas moving without the basketball, trying to go underneath Green now on the right side. To Malia, back to Green. We'll try to pinch that zone. Nice bounce pass underneath, turnaround, left-hand layup. No good. Gilbo chases down the rebound. Again tries to bounce pass it to Lupo. Instead of taking it up, turnover just a second for Hampton, but not a good decision there.
No, that was too tight of a pass to make. The defense had crowded that area. Not a good choice.
Hampton with numbers. Davis, right to left, back to Gilbo. Davis, wide open for 3. No good. Nobody underneath the basket for a rebound either. Into the hands of Jasmine Hill.
Now for it changed because Hampton has been pounding the offensive glass. That time no one was present.
Hill at the high post. Had Heslip cutting back door, but couldn't get it to her.
Yeah, you have to fake a pass to make a pass.
And DeFreitas catches, nice catch, and put it.
Well, nice and easy.
10th point of the day.
Nice and easy. She needs more of those. Just to gain some confidence, seeing the ball go through the basket.
I like the tempo here.
Now both teams staying aggressive.
As Hill's shot doesn't go. Malia Tate DeFreitas back the other way. Green between her legs, now back to DeFreitas at the top. Bounce pass. Left side.
I like the 2-guard front zone offense.
DeFreitas' first shot doesn't go. Gets her own rebound and unable to put it in. Gets her own rebound again. And will reset. Skip past to Gilbo on the near side. Nobody's going to guard her. She was thinking about shooting. Green will shoot it and nail it. Chanel Green, 43-37.
A nice job there by Green. Went to H.D. Woodson High School in Washington, D.C. Really coming in and having a fantastic career.
8-0 run. 8-0 run for Hampton. They now lead by 6. Trying to force it down low, and a turnover. Substitutions for Coach Grace.
Well, when you get the ball that close to the basket, that shot's going up, and your teammates think it's going up. Both teams have been trying to thread the needle with the ball underneath. You've got to take that shot. Your teammate had inside position as well for the boards in case you miss it. And sticking with the 3-2 zone is Howard.
It's almost one of those things you just try to do too much, right? One
Right.
extra pass, can't do too much.
Well, when you simplify your offense, you find you have better opportunities to score.
Like that inside position for Lupo. Shot doesn't go, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Sydney Johnson got caught behind defensively. So great recognition on the offensive end by Hampton to put the ball down there. You see David Six pleased with that. He's kind of hitting his fist to his other palm saying, put the ball inside. That was a good idea.
Lupo now 3 of 3.
Let's take a look at the defensive position behind. So you've got to feed the post in that instance. They only have 2.5 seconds to get a touch. You got to feed them quickly. Because at 3 seconds, obviously, it's a turnover. So you really don't have 3 seconds. You really have 2.5. You got to be making your way out of the lane at 2.5.
There's a 3 from the far side. No good. Hampton forcing the issue. Green, smart play to pull it back out. Now back to Tate DeFreitas.
Well, Howard sagging inside. No easy entry passes to the post.
Shot doesn't go. Howard leak out. Here comes the 2-on-1. Didn't give it up, but it's an offensive foul. To put Hampton up by 10 with a pair of free throws.
Actually, it was Chanel Green who took that charge. It's the second charge of the day for Hampton. So they've done a tremendous job defensively being established on that side of the court. And again, something that has been their MO during the course of David Six and his tenure as a coach for Hampton. They've been in the top 50 defensively the past 6 seasons. This year, they fell off a little bit in that regard, only in the top 100, but they've had some injuries, as we alluded to early in the first half, with Ryan Jordan being out with an ACL injury.
Inside to Lupo, nice position, but unable to get it to go. Hampton doing a very nice job of getting the ball inside that zone. As Heslip tries to finger roll, no, but the putback is good. Victoria Gonzalez.
To the free throw line, she's a 72% shooter on the season. First team all MEAC player.
And misses the free throw, so 7-point lead. Hampton looking to add to that. Green backing down the defenders. Malia Tate DeFreitas the top against that zone. Top of that zone kind of spread out a little bit.
Yeah, they're honoring the three-point shooting possibilities for Hampton, even though Malia Tate DeFreitas hasn't been able to get loose today and misses yet another shot.
As the shot clock winding down, Shia Heslip with her head up, forced to pick up her dribble.
Malia Tate DeFreitas, she's 0 of 5 from 3 and 3 of 15 from the floor, just struggling mightily. She does have 7 rebounds and 4 assists. She's made 5 of 6 of her free throws, but she has been missing in action in the quarter court.
Hampton just 2 of 13 from 3. As a long 3 attempt by Bailey doesn't go, but Gonzalez there for the rebound. Out to Heslip, trailing by 7, 20 to shoot. Crossover, top of the key, attacking. Right hand shot doesn't go, but an offensive foul.
Shot clock is going down. You got to attack. To Shia Heslip. Not in agreement. Ty Grace had to sit down on that one.
She had to sit down, put the clipboard over her face, make sure she didn't say anything.
Right there. That's a tough one. It did look like Tate DeFreitas kind of stepped under her. I don't know if she was there in time. It was a split second. It's a tough call.
I love it when the coach, in a situation like that, just will go and sit down, make sure you don't say it. That's like
you have to.
That's like one of those you put your hands in your pockets. So you don't.
Or you pull your ears and have have a moment there of yoga. Get yourself together. Just bring it back down. It's not easy.
There's the high post of Davis. Turn around in the lane, gets it to go.
And Davis drops another one home for Hampton in that painted area. They've done a good job of attacking the high post, whether it be with a drive or a touch and a jumper.
There's a screen out high. Now a 3 from Johnson. No. Hampton looking to go up tempo. Davis will back it out, give it to Chanel Green. Malia thought about a three, she'll put it down. Nice give to Sale in the middle of the paint and gets it to go.
Hey, when your shot's falling, you have to involve your teammates and get them the ball so you can be a part of the offensive production. Great pass.
Gonzalez double team, nowhere to go. Green up with it. Ahead, now to Davis. And they run the floor to perfection. And Hampton now with a 52-39 lead. We'll see if Ty Grace wants to call a timeout.
It was a big run. The last couple of possessions have been empty ones. And another. Everybody's on the ground on that one.
Everybody on the floor.
And Sale looked like she may have hurt her arm on that one. She's trying to shake it off. And that's what she does. Literally and physically, actually, shaking that one off. But here's the scrum for the ball. Everyone's trying to go after it. And, oh, that's an awkward fall by Sale.
Since Howard had a 37-35 lead by hitting that first three of the second half, it's been all Hampton since that. It's a 17-2 run.
And that's been a huge difference. You know, the pace of play, the second chance opportunities that Hampton has been able to get. 20 points of their 52 have been on second chance.
Another hesitation on a three. But they're able to get it inside, which they've been able to do. Why not? I mean, that zone is, that middle's wide open. Now she'll try a three. And gets it to go. Front of the rim, back of the rim, and down for Malia Tate-DeFreitas as she hits her first three of the day.
Yeah, 1 for 6 now for Malia Tate-DeFreitas. Her two-time MEAC Player of the Year, the Freshman of the Year in her first campaign.
And almost an errant pass by Heslip, but she gets it back, trying to go on Gilboa. Picks up her loose ball. Look at this defense.
The swarming activity off the ball is just outstanding by Hampton. Nothing easy for Howard. And David Six is upset because he liked the initial defensive action. But that last moment of breakdown with only under 5 seconds on the shot clock.
So now Green pleading her case with him as Gonzalez hits the free throw to break the scoring drought.
And Hampton's such a defensive juggernaut during their time in the MEAC. They've won 8 championships in the MEAC, and 5 of the last 6. Knocked off last year by Savannah State in the championship game.
We'll take a look at some of his numbers, but some of the numbers that they've put up under his leadership, it's been tremendous.
Phenomenal. He was a head coach at Hampton High School, was an intramural director at Hampton, was put on as an interim coach, won the championship that year, and they locked him in. It was a great decision.
I would say so. Coming into the season, this is his 7th season in the 6 years since he's been at Hampton. 146 wins, that's most of any coach in program Division I history. 5 straight championships from 2010 through 14. 5 straight NCAA tournament appearances, 5 straight regular season titles. And the program's first win in Division I postseason tournament in the 2015 WNIT. That's just to name some of them. 2 players of the year, 1 rookie of the year, 4 defensive players of the year, 5 straight 20-win seasons. I can go on. We don't have enough time.
15 all MEAC candidates. And, you know, that just speaks to the discipline of his program. He had a tremendous team at Hampton High School. I remember when I was coaching in college, coming down and inquiring about some of his young ladies that he was coaching.
Heslip able to penetrate. Shot doesn't go, but a foul on the rebound. You get Davis with the foul, looks like. It's going to be her 3rd.
It's just at the last moment you reach in, you just can't help yourself sometimes, but you've got to stay on task on the defensive end in terms of playing it with your feet.
Howard basketball fresh 30. Nice cut off the inbound. Heslip can't get the layup to go. Bailey puts it back up. She's fouled. She'll shoot 2. Point blank misses. David Six not happy about that. He's really got to grab the ball, especially on a miss like that. But for Heslip, those are chances, especially when you're down 15. You have to convert those.
Absolutely. You have to take it up strong. You know you're going to get hit, so you've got to go through the body of the defender and concentrate on the target and knock it in.
Bailey at the free throw line. She misses the first. It's her first trip to the line. She has 4 points on the day.
79% shooter on the season for Howard.
Second one no good, but somehow an offensive rebound by Jasmine Hill as Davis mistimed the jump. Sale mistimed the jump, excuse me, as she ran back down the court saying, my bad.
You've got to maintain that contact. If you don't feel them, you're in trouble. You got to reach back. Where'd she go? You got to find her and put a body on.
3-second differential here toward the end of the quarter. The 13-point Hampton lead. James will try a long three. No good. 8 seconds to go. Hill leaks out and she's fouled.
What a terrific job by Jasmine Hill right there to come and meet the basketball. If she didn't come and meet that catch, that would have been another steal for Hampton going the other way. Just terrific offense.
Heads up play to come back to the ball, as you said, and then knowing the time on the clock, just take it straight to the glass. Jasmine Hill at the line. It's her first trip to the line today. She has now 9 points. She's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc as well. Second one good. .11-point game. 5 seconds to go here in the quarter. Leah Tate DeFreitas, 3 seconds, 2. Nice up to Sale. And she gets it to go at the buzzer. The University as we head to the fourth quarter. A big 20-2 run in that quarter for Hampton to take control.
Well, just look at the ferocious energy on the defensive end. That's how they've been able to capture this lead over Howard.
Gonzalez says, you're not going to guard me, I'll take a shot.
She's not going anywhere. Victoria Gonzalez knocks down another shot. Another issue with some condensation on the court.
I think she fell, yeah. Almost slipped. Look at that. She's dancing. She's dancing on the floor.
Doing the extra work. It takes a team.
Well, we mentioned the
teamwork.
condensation. It's hot. It's warm. I shouldn't say hot. It's warm.
It's warm.
And there's ice under this floor. So.
Right. Some full court pressure here by Howard.
They need to. It's crunch time now.
Yeah, face guarding. And a man look, they're going to trap here.
Gilbo comes out of the pack with it, tries to dump it down to Lupo instead of taking it up.
That's not the pass to make at that point in time. I could see you kicking it out to the guard, but you know, your first choice when you're full head of steam is to take it to the basket. Make sure that you're running up the back of the defender. They're off balance. You have to take advantage of that.
Offensive foul going the other way. Who are they going to get? Lupo underneath, I believe.
Yeah. Like a little extracurricular offensive activity, trying to establish position inside. You see Lupo right here trying to saddle up on the block.
Oh, yeah.
And displaced Victoria Gonzalez in the process.
Big chance for Howard here. Not that way, though. Blocked into the hands. Malia Tate DeFreitas. She comes under, hangs in the lane. Can't get it to go. Ball, everybody trying to save it underneath. It'll be out of bounds. It will stay. Hampton basketball.
But I like the defense by Kayla Lupo on the other end. You know, she just had a foul down here. She could have hung her head, but she used that energy for good for her team to get a stop. You have to keep playing. Next play mentality, so important.
Howard's been in that zone all day.
Yeah, trying to pack that paint. Without the services of Ryan Jordan inside. Third team all MEAC player, tore ACL against Bethune-Cookman back in January.
Davis draws a blocking foul on Gonzalez. Coach Grace is not going to be happy about that one. Let's see if she has a right to be.
I'll take a peek. Yeah, she was still sliding
she's still
to the
sliding.
slide.
That's a good call.
Yeah, she's sliding to the side there.
She went down to the end of the bench and had a seat. I love it. She went all
She's
the way down
holding
to
back.
all the way down to the end of the bench.
Holding it in. She's percolating inside, I can tell you that. You can tell by her facial expression.
Big defensive opportunity here for Howard to get back in this game. And a foul to Shia Heslip. With 32 to go here, fourth quarter. Some of the big numbers. Look at the difference in the score. Howard with 19 turnovers. Hampton with 18 points off those turnovers. Hampton has just turned it over 3 times, Christy. They forced 20 a game on their opponent. That's what they're about there right now.
Right, and that's been their MO all season long, their defense and their efficiency on the offensive end, only with 3 turnovers, but they lead the MEAC in both categories. The fewest turnovers with just 15 a game, and they turn teams over the highest. So they're first in both categories. They average 22 a game. They turn teams over with their defensive energy.
Lupo too deep in the paint there. Can't get it to go. Bailey the other way. Scoop shot, no. Freitas with the basketball out of the pass, looking to push ahead to Lupo. Nobody's going to guard her. She'll lay it in. No, she didn't. She doesn't convert. She falls. Loose ball. We're going to get a foul.
There's a lot going on right now in terms of
that was a layup. I think that she
physical play.
The defender to commit, maybe.
I'm not sure, but the physical play right now is just palpable. I mean, both teams scrapping for loose balls, and then here's
she did commit. Yeah.
Lupo right there. And bodies on the ground everywhere, scratching, clawing, trying to secure those 50-50 opportunities to get to the ball. Another person down. I think she slipped.
No, I think they're going to
get... She was looking at the ground like, it was a little condensation. Trying to use that as an excuse.
Gilbo saying, I didn't do it. It's a good job by Morrison on this other end over here to alter that shot a little bit.
Yep.
As Hill travels.
Eric Bruton right on top of that one. The pivot foot came up before the ball hit the ground. Great call.
7:39 to go in this one. Howard's still very much alive in this game.
And you see
Hampton for those turnovers, different story.
Right, and Hampton's only shooting 33% from the floor, and that has contributed also to the close score, even though they've turned Howard over 20 times.
And another turnover. Morrison on top. Nice patience there. Crossover by Bailey. She goes trying to scoop shot with the right hand. Ball out of bounds. Should stay Howard's ball, I believe.
But there's just nowhere to go.
No.
There's nowhere to go. Imani Bailey.
1 on 3. Not going to happen.
Yeah, the last 2 possessions, she has forced the issue, and she's taking a break on the bench just to think about those kinds of decisions. You're taking it 1 on 3.
3 short for Hill, but fighting in there for her own rebound. And we're going to get a jump ball. It'll be Hampton ball. Victoria Gonzalez kind of just leaned against the ball.
She was like, I have part of my hand that's behind me on the ball, but this is the effort right now. Both teams don't want this to be their last game of the season. You see Victoria Gonzalez, a jump. It's a jump. Have my hand stretched behind my back, trying to get a hold of the ball there. Hey, by any means necessary, you have to fight.
As long as you have a hand on it.
But that's what it takes, that kind of effort. And both teams know. And they split during the regular season. Back in D.C. on February 8th, it was an overtime loss by Hampton. And then on February 8th, a huge win by Hampton. 77-48 in that one. So somewhere in the middle on this one with the...
Yeah. And Hampton giving Howard every opportunity to stay in this game. Turning it over, missing shots, but Howard needs to take advantage. He's going to work the ball around the perimeter against the zone. Now they go on the blocks. Nice move underneath off the glass. Kayla Lupo. It's a strong move.
Yeah,
First bucket in a while for Hampton.
Kayla Lupo averages 10 points a game, and she gets a lot of them that way. Ooh,
Look
that
at
was
Gonzalez
sweet.
come on in with a scoop shot.
That was so sweet. Underneath the outstretched arms of the defender, Victoria Gonzalez slips by.
60-49, 11-point game, 6:15 to go in the game. Up, under, no. Rebound by Lupo. She puts it back, fading away, and doesn't get it to go.
Yeah, body
Willis
momentum.
with the initial miss.
Her body momentum was carrying her away from the rim on that one. Always tough to make that kind of shot.
And a careless pass on the far side as Gilbo steps out of bounds, but Hill kind of lazy pass.
And with Victoria Gonzalez, this is why she's such a matchup nightmare for teams. She gets you at the high post, and she can take it around bigger players and get by with her long arms.
She get under there with the right hand.
That's an old school move right there. Reach it through, get underneath, and flip it in. Nicely executed by Victoria Gonzalez for Howard.
Shia Heslip out high.
There's a back screen. Screen the screener.
Hampton in a man. Leah Tate DeFreitas, great job of forcing Sydney Johnson into the turnover. Knocked away and stayed with it to gain control, an 11-point lead. Crossover at the top. Davis put the ball on the floor. Up, shot blocked. Underneath by Gonzalez. Shia Heslip comes up with it. Goes behind her back. Almost loses it. Now to Hill. She'll go in the paint with the leaner. Front rim no good.
A lot of one-on-one play.
Hampton looking for numbers. Gilbo to DeFreitas at the sideline. She'll take the three. No. Lupo. Nice look underneath. Davis.
Of one another. They have great chemistry off the ball. They've forced 21 turnovers, and they've scored 18 points off of those, but they're really getting it done in the painted area.
That's the way to start to get back in this game as Bailey hits a three. Make it a 10-point game with 4:27 to go. Howard needs a couple of stops and able to convert. See if they're able to convert. Hill's going to set to come back in the game. The next whistle. Hampton using a lot of shot clock now. As well they should. There's a screen from Gilbo. Now to Davis. She'll try a three. Nope.
There's a nice penetration and kick out, though. That's what Hampton has been able to do well all afternoon. Dig in, make the defense commit, find an open shooter.
Gonzalez will turn and face, doubled on the far side, and just throws it away. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's a great job of defense.
Right.
Malia Tate DeFreitas kind of doubled her on that side when she turned.
But then when you see that as a Howard teammate, you've got to relocate and come help Victoria Gonzalez clear an easy pass. You can't watch her struggle in the trap and just hope she gets it to you. You have to find an angle so she can get the pass back out to you so you can save the possession.
Willis, nice look underneath to Gilbo, but it was too much. Out of bounds. Again, that's one of those in the middle of the paint, maybe.
Yeah, another empty possession, and just the decisions this afternoon by Howard have really put them in this 10-point hole. But you have to think they've turned it over 22 times, and they're still 5 possessions away in this contest.
And Hill almost does it again. Just the careless pass here and there. And it's little things in a game like this. You can't have those mental lapses.
Right. You have to be on your A game in terms of your focus and your energy. 2 things that you can come to the table with that you can control.
Heslip will try a three. No. Ball knocked out of bounds. Hampton basketball. Hampton basketball, 3:05 to go. Kaylin Willis will run the point for Hampton. Crosses the timeline. Under 3 to go. Still within striking distance for Howard. If they get a stop, they need to start converting.
Yeah, Hampton playing with some poise offensively.
And there's an errant pass. And Hill steps out of bounds. With a good anticipation by Hill.
David Six not pleased with the lack of execution on that play.
So it'll be Hampton basketball with 2:44 to go. There's a little confusion at the far side. Maybe not confusion. See what they're talking about.
Some clarification.
That's a good idea. Clarify.
There's Doug Robertson.
Somebody looks like he's scouting.
South Carolina State head coach. The Cinderella team so far.
Yeah.
Georgia in this tournament, knocking off the reigning champs, Savannah State in game 1, and then the travel call there. But then yesterday, knocking off the #1 seed, Bethune-Cookman, who had a share of the regular season championship with North Carolina A&T.
And after the way that game started, an 11-2 run to start the game.
Right.
You thought maybe Bethune-Cookman, who hadn't played, who were ready to come out. They came ready to play. They just kind of chipped back at it. And a huge run in that second half was big.
Yeah,
couldn't get going. Cinderella. This would be a huge.
Well, let's take a look at the screening action here. Well, you can't run through the screen, but see,
no,
you know, that's not her fault. Your teammates need to tell you that the screen is coming. You've got to talk. You've got to let your teammate know, hey, there's a screen coming on your left, so they can maneuver around it. And all the way out here, you can just go underneath a screen like that.
Since you're so far away.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to be in scoring area. You go over top.
And there's a turnover on the inbound. That's smart play by Gilbo. Pull it back out. And turns it over.
There's a discussion.
Oh, no. They're saying no. Okay. I thought maybe she misspoke as well.
David Six and the entire Hampton bench, they were all up saying, I thought that was our ball.
I thought it was too. Bailey attacks with the right hand. No, offensive foul. Position underneath by Hampton. And draw the foul. Again, a missed opportunity by Howard after they force a turnover.
You know, they've taken several charges this afternoon, establishing their defensive position prior to the offensive player collecting for their shot.
Gilbo's going to take a seat for David Six. Kaylin Willis will check back in. Hampton ball up 10 with 2:12 to go. Winner will move on in the semifinals.
Yeah, and Hampton has this lead. They have 4 players in double figures. And Malia Tate DeFreitas, 4 of 18 today, and 1 of 7 from the three-point line. So she's had a lot of help. She does have 9 rebounds and 8 assists, even though she hasn't been scoring well. Almost a triple-double for her.
And a jump ball will be Howard basketball. Again, a stop by the Bison.
Another stop. They're not going away, and you have to give credit to their competitive maturity, not to give in at this juncture.
Nope, I tell you what, none of the bands in this tournament have disappointed.
No, so much fun, so much great energy from all the teams here in the MEAC.
Absolutely. Under 2 to go. Gonzalez in the paint, up and can't get it to go, but a foul. She'll shoot 2, and she knows missed opportunity there. She slaps her hand.
But she is still being aggressive on the offensive end. Defense sitting behind, and we talked about how slippery she is as an offensive player, just so wiry.
And how about the presence not to hook there?
Right,
you see that a lot.
She's quick enough. She is fleet of foot inside, and that's been why she's been on the first team All MEAC this season. A lot of respect from her opposing coaches.
Howard's going to have to come out of this man at some point, aren't they?
I would say so.
Excuse me, out of the zone.
I would say so. They've got to come up and give some more attention to the basketball, look to maybe trap. But Hampton has some quick guards outside.
Yep, Hampton playing with the basketball now. Green up and under, no, but Lupo with a rebound and a fresh 30. Now you have to come out of it, and you have to foul. Maybe.
Or trap and steal it, but you got to pressure the ball. You got to come up and give some attention to the ball.
That's what Coach Grace is saying. 1 minute to go. 10 seconds. Don't want to foul now. Oh, Malia keeping her dribble as she went to the ground.
For Howard.
And of course, those 18 points off turnovers. Also the paint points. 32 for Hampton inside, which we've seen in a concerted effort. Here's a heave. Didn't need to go that quickly. With 2 seconds on the shot clock.
I think it was 5 seconds.
DJ keeping everybody entertained all weekend, all week here. Love the energy. Bailey will try a 3. That's back iron, no good. Heslip chases it down, comes out of it, turns around, pull up, elbow jumper, no. Gonzalez skying for the rebound as she is held on her way down.
Yeah, she was trying to get that one with one hand, but you see Jasmine Hill right there a little bit put in the face. Yeah, Victoria Gonzalez, yeah, that was a chicken wing. But you saw Jasmine Hill right there, the recipient of an off-ball elbow in all of that activity inside.
Well, we talked about how well played this game has been. That's only the 5th foul this half on Hampton. Howard only has 3.
Yeah, very clean basketball. Both teams playing with a sense of urgency. Just at this juncture, Hampton has just been a little more efficient on the offensive end. 32-22 advantage in paint points. So they've gotten high percentage offensive shots to go.
And a foul. This thing's not over. Only a 6-point game. Hampton now has to go to the free throw line and try and convert. That last foul, by the way, was on Chantel Green, and she fouled out.
They have fouls to give here, so they're not going to the line yet.
Not yet.
But that next one will take them to the line, but they got to make a play on the ball right away,
Willis able to turn the corner, and then Hill commits the foul.
It's about 6 seconds too late right there. You have to preserve that clock and give yourselves a chance on the other end.
So now Willis will go to the free throw line for the first time today. She has 6 points.
A 69% shooter.
With a couple of threes. And the free throw is good. Since that 20-2 run for Hampton, it kind of put them up by 16. Howard's been clawing his way back into this thing. Did not quit, that's for sure. Second one good.
You know, 1-2, 1-1 look here defensively by Hampton just to contain the speed.
Heslip gets the layup to go, and a time from the line today. DeFreitas has 6 of 8. Lupo 4 of 4, and wanted in one of their hands, but also to take that back as Willis hit 2 free throws, and she just turned it over. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Howard ball down 6.
I still say go for a 2 here. Just because you haven't knocked in that many threes. 5 of 16.
You want to keep extending this as much as possible, right?
Got to go early, though. Got to go quickly.
That's going to be an offensive foul, as Hill pushed off.
Clear.
Defender, nice job of sliding around, getting position.
You know, the offensive foul there was an easy call to make. Jasmine Hill leading with the forearm, making contact and displacing the defender on that one. You can take a look right here. You see Jasmine Hill trying to use the screen, but great defense. Slipping through was Kaylin Willis. That's a terrific stop defensively to squeeze through over top. Nicely executed.
Coach Grace clearing her bench, taking out Shia Heslip and Jasmine Hill. As this one's going to come to an end.